Hey YouTube, it's Tams, the Wicked Witch. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video was supposed to be Living Dead Dolls haul, but I am waiting on a couple and they are coming this week. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I would do my witch's herb cabinet, which Spirit asked me to do, and a couple of other people asked me back in August, and I still haven't got round to doing it. So I thought that's what I'm going to do today. Now you're going to have to put up with the light. It's a little bit awkward where I'm sitting, sorry. And also I have massive tubs of DVDs behind me because even though most of my furniture is in place now, some of it still hasn't arrived. So I am still a little bit boxed up. So apologies for the DVDs. So you've probably seen me sit in front of this cabinet. It's got my altar on top many times, but this is where I keep all my herbs and ingredients for my witchcraft and my magics and things. So I just thought I'd give you a little tour of the inside. We paid £10 for this cabinet out of a charity shop. They were going to dump it, but they weren't allowed to just give it to me. So they said, give us £10, and they let me take it. And it was all stripped like really pale, and my husband stained it. So I absolutely love it. It's all hand carved. Like, I don't think it's majorly old, but, well, it is probably old, but you know what I mean. So yeah, before we start, please subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of thing. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and you know, give us a thumbs up. It really helps. So it's a little bit busy and I'm going to have to go through, I'm going to have to take some of it out just to show you everything, but I'm going to try and move this. We have a bit of a situation. I've hurt my wrist. I don't know whether I've broken it, but I don't want to go to the A&E because of all the COVID and stuff. I'd probably catch more coming in there, so I don't really want to go, but I might have to. So yeah, that's the inside. It isn't a massive cupboard, but it does have drawers at the bottom, which I use. I use the drawers. How are we there? I think that's okay. I use the drawers for let me move it back a little bit. That's better. I use all the drawers to keep all my loose candles and bags and packets of candles and things like that in. So these are really handy. They're overflowing actually. So we'll make a start. I have in the bottom of this a box of bones, but I'm not going to get that out and show you. I know some people don't like animal parts, so I'm not going to do that. In this box here, in this little box are insects, like dead insects that I found dead. I haven't killed them, they're dead that I found. And I'm not going to show you, but I've got, obviously my insects are in there because you know, I need those for things sometimes. So we do have bones and we do have our dead insects and bits and pieces. So in this Tupperware pot is all my really small crystals that are too small, like really little, like bits that have come out of boxes and stuff. You know, like there I've got like loads and, you know, loads of little bits of rose quartz and stuff like that. I've got like a whole packet of mixed crystals in this bag, bits like that, which are all stuffed in there. So we'll try and get some of this out the way so I can show you. This is something I'm working on. I'll just give you a little look, but I'm working on that. I keep all my jars of everything. So this was a I can't remember what it's called, a coffee, some sort of coffee. I keep all the jars, and that's how I get most of my jars, so you haven't got to buy them. So I'm working on that, so we won't talk about that. And these are my runes and things, so you can kind of see in the cupboard. We'll try and work from the back. This is like a bit of a mess. I perhaps should have thought of this before we started. Right, okay, we'll start at the end and I'll try and move it up. So basically they're mostly mason jars, and these are like 79p out of Home Bargains. So I've got my vervain root, and I don't have much of that left actually. I need some more of that. So I've got my vervain root, and in this bottle I've got my moon water, which has got a picture of the moon on. I've used all my storm water, but I did have another jar with my storm water in. I have chamomile. I've just wrote, like, some things I've got stickers for, but I've just wrote on them really. So that's my chamomile. I've got rue, always a good one. I've got a lot of this, a lot of dried lavender. We did have our own lavender at the front as well. I have dried mugwort. I have my handmade, which is black salt. I did this back in the summer, so I'm proper stocked up with that. I have dried rose petals, plenty of them, not going to run out of that. This cool jar, this is not helping my hand at all. This is a cool skull jar from TK Maxx. This is blessed circle salt, or, you know, if I wanted to use like just normal salt for something, this has already been blessed, so I don't have to do it. It's all ready to go. I'm knocking everything over. Let's put that there. Some of these jars don't like standing on each other. I've got rosemary, because I've got my own rosemary in the garden. So this is my rosemary in my cute little cat pot. Another TK Maxx cookie jar. Yes, I've got my rosemary from the garden. This is my protection dirt. Now, I've made a couple of videos on my channel. You probably watched them. If you haven't, check them out. I'll try and put a link if I remember. I made protection. This is my house protection that I go around. It's got lots of things in it, including eggshells and lots of things that I use to protect my house. It's also got like graveyard dirt. I do like a few different ones. I also make like a sand as well, but that's that. So I've not got much of that. Oh, my graveyard dirt, which, as you know, I'm obsessed with, and I have a graveyard, a cemetery that I've been going to for over a decade, well over 10 years, and I always go there. I've got another cool skull. This is all cinnamon, really big cinnamon. I've got cinnamon in there from Madagascar and cinnamon from the California. I think those big ones are California cinnamon. So I'm fully stocked on cinnamon, so that's good. Because it can start to, sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm trying to see where I can put the pots. It can go down really quick once you start using cinnamon. I have sage, dried sage in here, which is another popular thing that I use a lot of. I have my frankincense resin. These are about £1, I think, also out of Home Bargains. So my frankincense resin, and this is my activated charcoal dust, which I have quite a lot of, as you can see. Let's put them there. So then I've got some smaller jars. I've got white cloves. I'm going to start putting some of these up here. I've got my cascarilla powder. My eggshell powder, which is nice and ready to go. It's lovely and fine. When I make my house protection with the eggshell, the cascarilla in it, I actually make it a little bit thicker, like it's a little bit fatter, more shelly, whereas that's really powdered. I was grinding away on that for ages. I haven't emptied this out properly yet, but this is all crushed eucalyptus leaves, and it's in an old El Paso jar. I try and use jars. I mean, some of these, like these little things I've bought, like I think they're free for £1 in the pound shop. So I do sometimes buy them, but if I can use them, then I, use something from the kitchen, because, it's don't cost nothing then, and it's like recycling. This is a bath salts with, this is a Himalayan bath salts with quartz crystal, and also it's had, I've infused this with some intent for something, to power up a bath. So this is just a cute little jar I found. I'll keep that in there. I've got crushed cassia, or cassia, however you want to pronounce it. Everybody pronounces their stuff differently. I have my coffin nails. These are actual rusty, massive rusty, proper, these are like proper old, hang on, proper old proper coffin type nails. So I use quite a lot of things like this. Of course, it's not for anything bad if you're watching and you're new to the witchcraft world or pagan world. It's nothing bad. You know, I will make a video about coffin nails. I don't think I've done one. I've done graveyard dirt and a few others. I will make some videos over the holidays, definitely. But coffin nails is a big one in here. So bay leaves, dried bay leaves. You can pick these up in Tesco's, you know, box for a couple of quid, or if you've got a bay leaf tree, which we did have, but well, it died, which was terrible. You can dry your own. I have juniper berries. I have marjoram. These little 3 for £1 ones out of these little 3 for £1 pots are really handy out of the pound shop. I have dragon's blood resin, lots and lots of that. I do use that a lot, especially because I work with the Morrigan. So not only do I use the incense, but I also use the resin as well. This is quartz crystal, Himalayan salt, and crushed up dried raspberry, which I'm working on something with this. So that's just sitting there. These are pins, just a pack of pins. The black ones probably are what I use the most. If I don't have a black one, I just paint over the colour. If I don't have that colour, I just paint over it with nail varnish. But yeah, my pins. I have a jar of black thorns, which my dad got from Epping Forest for me, because these are really, really good. Again, they look awful and terrible and like you'd use them for something horrendous, but they're amazing for I'm going to make a video, I think. They're amazing, black thorns. Again, nothing bad. And we have dried mint. Now, I also have a great big bag of mint as well, but it's like more of a big leaf, but I haven't got a jar for that yet. So, as I say, that's most of everything. We do have some dead things, bones and bits and pieces, which I'm not going to show you. I have boxes of candles and incense, and I keep kind of like all my loose, you know, I've got soy ones and black ones and pink ones, and all my little baggies are in here. And then like when I get witch casket, as you know, they do spoons sometimes. I don't know where this one was from, but this is like really handy for graveyard dirt, and I don't remember where I got this one. Might have been witch casket, but this is really cute. It's actually got a quartz crystal in the end of the spoon. It's like a little wand, and then the spoon. It's too cute, to be honest, to use, but I do keep that in here. So yeah, these are kind of things that I use regularly. Obviously crystals, I didn't really explain that. I keep the little loose ones in there. I have a whole cauldron over there, like a cauldron pot of all my crystals that I use for when I'm doing spell work, or if I'm doing bags. I can't really get through to get over there to get it, but I have like it's just a TK Maxx like witch's cauldron candy bowl thing, like ceramic, and I actually keep all my crystals in there. But these things, oh, I have some sandalwood cones in here, which I just crush up and use for the sandalwood. Yeah, these are kind of the things that I use a lot of. I do in the summer keep the big rose petals and have them in a jar, as well as the crushed, but I use the big ones. But I've run out of those, and there's no roses left now to dry anything out. I've used everything that we had. So yeah, I use these. These are the items that I use a lot of. You've probably seen some of my videos where I'm creating spell work, or I'm making a potion or elixir, or I'm doing a spell, or I'm doing a bag for somebody, or just general stuff. You know, if I'm doing house protection, I also make sands. Oh, my oils. I have oils. Now, my oils don't fit in here. I can't get my oils. They're in the cupboard at the minute, and we can't get that into here at the minute because we are still a little bit decorating. We have had all the floors done. It is nearly finished, but I can't get to those. But I have my war oil, and I have my I have my fire water, and things like that. And I also usually have storm water, but I used all of that. So that I do have some sort of like bigger jars, like bottle type jars, just at the pound shop. And these, what I use for my moon water is just the apple cider vinegar jars. These are quite good, and if you get a big one, that's really good for oils and stuff. Oh, I've also got my amethyst oil and a few crystal a few crystal oils that I was made as well. So I can't get to them at the minute, but they don't live in here, they live somewhere else. Even though it looks quite big, there isn't a lot of room in here once everything starts going back in. So I hope you enjoyed having a nose in my cupboard. I would love to have one of those massive old dressers where you just add so many bits. I could fit loads of stuff in and have backup stuff as well. But especially when you do start collecting petals. I tell you what else I do in the summer. I have what I call forest floor. I have all like Epping forest floor, basically. I pick up handfuls of it. I usually have that in jars, but I've actually used that this summer and I haven't been back up there to get anything. It's too wet now. And I do also sometimes have crushed oak leaves, but I don't have any at the moment. But yeah, things that I use, sticks and stuff like that. It can't all fit in here because there isn't room. But yeah, that's my general herb and witchy goods cabinet, if you will. So I hope you enjoyed having a little nose. And yeah, I will see you in a couple of days for another video. Please like and subscribe, give us a thumbs up. I'm on Instagram, Wicked Witch of the Woods. I'll put all my details below. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. Oh.